Hi, I'm James Tehrani, Workforce's Assistant Managing Editor.
And I'm Ladan, Nikravan, Workforce's Senior Editor.
Welcome to Workforce Live on Location. We're at the Economist Innovation Forum.
Yep, we're coming to you live from the Four Seasons Hotel, just off Chicago's Magnificent Mile.
Today we'll be interviewing executives from major corporations from across the country on what they do to maintain an innovative culture in their workforce.
Got some exciting stuff coming up. We're going to be talking about how they get buy-in from senior leadership to maintain that culture. So we're excited to learn more, and we hope you are too. Join us, and thanks for watching.
It used to be that you could have maybe a decade to innovate, because that was the timescale of monopoly innovation. Is every decade there might be an improvement in telephony or cell phones or something like that, or cell phone technology. But in today's world, where we're dominated, I think, by consumer timescales, you have to innovate on a 6-monthly or yearly time frame. And so what our company has done is, and Bell Labs in particular, has had to adapt to innovating on a much faster time scale, which changes how you innovate a little bit. You have to be more in contact with your market, because the market, and it's a consumer market actually, is beginning to drive the innovation time scales. You have to touch that market. And how do we do that? We open our doors to external innovators. It's not quite crowdsourcing, but it's opening the doors to say, come and tell us about your ideas. We'll tell you how to innovate. We'll advise you on innovation. We'll take some of your ideas and help you improve them, and maybe we'll even develop some of them ourselves. So by opening our doors, we connect with sort of the more consumer/crowdsource world, if you want. We're in contact with our market through our customer base, but we're now broadening that to go after new customers, enterprises, etc. And through those two things, I think we're adapting to the new world order and remaining as innovative as we ever have been.
I think that the question about whether or not large companies can innovate is an interesting one. We're becoming a large company, and I think that we're sort of experiencing a lot of those challenges day to day. And really what we're learning is there's a difference between invention and innovation. To the extent that we're focused on optimization and constant improvement, I think that that's something we're really focused on the operating side of our business. And I think what we've learned is that if we really want to invent, which is still a core part of our company's mission, that we have to solve problems that really help the consumer to make car buying better, and there's still a long way to go in that respect.
Using our battery company called A123, and that could be a perfect example, because the battery industry, the technology, is evolving very quickly. So there's many different focus, not necessarily who's right, who's wrong. Everybody has, someone focused on the density, someone focused on the power, someone focused on the cycle time, someone focused on the safety. So they're all right, all wrong. So now, in different business environment, the focus is a little different. Let's say, for example, in China, people like to use one type of chemistry. In the United States, we use a different type of chemistry. So now it's very critical for the two teams to work together very, very closely. Because I always say, whenever you want to know the truth, what do you need to do? Cross-check.
Well, I think that it is about how you incentivize folks. We are an equity compensation-based company, and so everybody who's working at the business gets paid based on not just cash and bonus basis, but they also get paid based on equity and the value of that equity and how what they do, does to impact enterprise value. And so that's certainly one very big aligning sort of factor in terms of how you create people focused on solving bigger and bigger problems. At some point, though, you're going to have people who you want to have really, really disruptive impact on a very small portion of the company that might not impact overall enterprise value. And so you do have to find ways to reward those folks in a really relevant way.
Historically, we've always had a really fun and engaged culture. Everybody loves food who works for us, as a starting point, and so people are really enthusiastic and excited about making the ability for everybody to enjoy food more is something that gets people out of bed in the morning, to start with. But then we also get people really involved in ways to make our products better. So all of our employees who join shadow customer care reps and really get a sense of what they're seeing from both diners and restaurants. And we also have an in-house restaurant that we built called Slice, where people can go and spend some time learning how to work the orders that come in and deliver them. They actually deliver them through the office wearing kind of reflective vests, and have to walk around and meet their colleagues and say, okay, this is for so and so. Where do they sit? That kind of thing.
And we have built, for example, a workshop, a digital fabrication workshop, where employees can go and explore their ideas, use our own tools in order to build their own things, which is a pretty interesting aspect of how to innovate in a software company. Actually, a lot of things have come out. A lot of crazy fashion ideas, 3D printed dresses, motorcycle parts, new creations in the kitchen, 3D printed food. So there's a lot of unique innovations that are coming out of our Pier 9 facility. We've even created a program called the Artisan Residence, where we invite people to come in and pursue a project. And some of those people might be pursuing fashion, some are doing robotics, some are doing gastronomy. And it brings in a lot of outside perspective on what we might traditionally see as our incumbent industries.
It's pretty easy to say, does it have potential versus is it a bad idea? So that's the easy call because the ideas are so, quite honestly, ridiculous. But then is this another break point, which is it could it be an exceptional company or just an ordinary company? That's where it's difficult. That's why I'm not a venture capitalist, because that differentiation, determining which ones have the huge ideas and which ones don't, that's the challenge. So when Uber walks in the door, or Google walks in the door, or Facebook, obviously these companies have become huge companies. We didn't all of a sudden go, oh my gosh, this is the next biggest thing we've ever seen. You can see it when they get more mature, but at that early stage, it's an interesting company, but is it a phenomenal company? That's the difficult part.
Our observations are that the senior level is not typically the resistance point. It's actually at the mid-manager, the mid-level in an organization. They're the ones whose personal metrics in their business are to do more with less, to be more efficient, to sell more of the product, to have better customer service, all the things that are traditional efficiency, where innovation, things that are designed to take a little bit of risk, do something different, break a paradigm, all of that becomes dangerous for them because that's not the core of what they do. I would turn it around. The challenge is for the senior executives to get the mid-level management to believe that they can make the changes necessary and be successful, having taken a few risks, having had a few bumps and a few failures, and still have a viable long-term career in the organization.
There's two parts to this. One is a leader cannot lead sitting in an office. One leads by being out in the field with the scientists, with the marketers, with the insights people. And I do a lot of traveling, actually going out into the marketplace. Numerous ideas that we've been able to bring into headquarters and grow actually started in Brazil, in China, in India, in the United Kingdom. And so you have to be out there. And you perpetuate that culture by asking your own executive team to emulate the same behaviors. Multiple processes and systems. It's not just, when we think about systems, we think of IT and computers and the web. That's a tool. Connectivity actually happens because of the people connections. It's the soft connection. So we create teams that work on major platforms that are global teams. We design now projects and products that are going to be launched simultaneously. And I'll give you an example. We launched a product called Deep Ridge, which was a potato-based snack that was created initially on a computer using computer modeling to actually model the design and the mouth experience. But it was designed for the globe. It could only be done because we developed the capability in our scientists and our engineers in computer modeling, in CAD, in engineering, in process technology, things you would not expect a food and beverage company to traditionally have, and we never had these in the lab. We've been building that capability, that muscle.